In today's video, we're building a fully functional real estate AI chatbot that is capable to recommend properties dynamically as well as answer all the general queries of the customers within seconds. The best part about this whole build is that it's going to be fully no code. You're not going to use any APIs or any single piece of code in this whole build. Also, it takes only 10 minutes to set up. So without wasting any time, let's get into the video. Now in this build, we're going to be using three different platforms to actually make this whole system work. First is going to be ChatbotBuilder.ai, and now ChatbotBuilder.ai is an amazing chatbot building tool. And then we'll use Google Sheets. Now Google Sheets will have the information about all of the properties that you have listed. So what ChatbotBuilder.ai will do is pull all the information from Google Sheets of the available properties with the help of AI. Now, in the end, we're going to connect it to Instagram. So any user who is speaking with their Instagram, we're going to connect it to chatbotbuilder.ai and make the AI chatbot on Instagram. Now, this is how the whole workflow of the chatbot will actually look like. So whenever lead sends a message, the AI will first identify like what type of query it is. And after identifying what type of query actually it is, it will set it to different flows. Now we have three different flows over here. First is going to the default message is basically general queries. So let's say a user basically is asking some simple questions about the company, is gonna answer the basic FAQ system. And let's say if a person is interested in buying a property, it will go to a different flow. And then different flow, we're going to ask him several questions about what type of the property they are looking for. And it's pulling all of that information into a carousel, or you can say a carousel that shows images and buttons. And in the end, we have a sell property. That's basically whenever a person who is interested in actually selling their property, it will basically send an image and a button that will directly direct the user to a website where they can put their information to sell their property. Now, before you're getting into the build, you're gonna find the whole template in the description below. You can just go download it and import it in your own account. Get into on how this whole system actually looks. If you already have an account on ChatbotBuilder.ai, that's good. But if you don't have an account, all you need to do is just go and sign up and log in. This is how the dashboard of the system will look like. Now, all you need to do, you will see a template in the description comments below. You need to go download the template by clicking, and it will basically import it into the account that you just created. Make sure to create the account first and then import the template afterwards. You'll be able to download it very simple. And if you click on install, it's going to show you the list of all the accounts that you own, and you can directly paste it in the same account. Let's understand on how this whole setup looks like. So first we're going to flows, and in the flow section, you're going to see three flows. The first is default message. Understand what is the default message. It is the flow with whenever someone asks anything about the company, it has the information about what the task he wants to do and intent classification in this specific flow. So what we basically do is first, whenever someone sends hi or something, we send them a intro message on a different platform. For example, in Instagram and in WhatsApp, you do not have an initial message. The first user have to first send a message to you, and then you give him an introduction. Hi, thanks for sending us a message. You have any questions? Once that is sent, we add a conditional node in the first page that allows the condition that once this whole information has been sent once, it's not going to send it again at all, because this is just the first message that we're going to send. And after that, it's always going to go through this passage. For example, let's say a person who says hi, and then after he asks a question, where is your company is located, it's going to always go through this specific flow afterwards once all of this is sent. Right. Once you create a condition node, how you can get the condition node, when you click on plus, click on condition, and here you will be able to get the specific custom field. Now, let's learn how this whole flow looks like. So this is the condition node. Now this is the image. Now this is the image of the company. I'll set a hi there, welcome to realtor.com, and it's going to be looking for a property. Have a question? Just let me know. How can I help you today? And here we set a custom field to okay. Now make sure to set a custom field to anything as you like, but whatever the value that you use over here, make sure you set exactly over here as well. Now it will allow us the system to know that okay, we have already sent this information, and now we don't have to send this information. We have to go through a specific flow over here. Now this is basically the brain of the system. What it basically does, it basically kind of the intent classification that we just discussed previously. It does that. Also, it has information about the business. So let's learn how the prompt actually look like. Now, this is exactly how the system whole prompt look like. You can go edit it by your own choice, or you can just add your own business information just beneath it. So basically, this is how the system actually looks like. Now, this prompt says you're a real estate agent for realtor.com. Your focus is to help the customer of realtor.com, help them answer all of the customer questions they have. Now, your task is to smartly identify if the person is looking for a property, is to buy a property, or if it's just for a general query, right? So let's say if the person is looking for just for some question and answers, it's gonna answer the question about their business. Now, how would the system know that what about the business information? So I've pasted the business information just beneath the whole prompt. So this is the whole prompt that I have, and I have pasted the whole information about the business. So it refers to this information whenever someone asks question about their business. So I've added some FAQs, some other different information as well. Now, after this, I've actually and if the person is just looking for some question and answer about the service, your task is to answer all of their queries and always use emoji in your response. Now, if the person is looking for a property for himself to buy, now this is really important. First, here we are doing intent classification, right? So what we are doing here is we are giving him a task whether you need to understand what type of query it is. Let's say a person says that he wants to buy a property, it will trigger the specific function that is called property finder. Now we're gonna create the function. I'm gonna show you the simple setup of the whole function, how it looks like. And if the person is just looking to sell their property, it will send them to the specific function. I've actually specified in the end. If the person is just looking for some question and answer about their services, your task is to answer all the queries. Always use the if the user is looking for a property for himself or property to buy, your task is to send them to this function. And if they are looking for the sell their property, your task is to send them to this specific function, right? And also before that, whenever someone looks for a specific property, we do this is important stuff. That is, if the person is looking for a property, your task is to ask two specific questions. There's going to be what is the location of the property and what is the price range that they are looking for, right? Now this will allow us to analyze what type of property they actually want, and then in ahead we're going to use them as a filter to put in the right properties from Google Sheets to showcase this to the user so that they can use it and actually show the right property according to their own needs, right? So this is how the setup of the system looks like. Now, this is what the brain of the system looks like, right? Now, what we're going to do, we're going to connect our Google Sheets to chatbotbuilder.ai. Now, head over to settings and integrations, settings, and then head over to integrations. Now, in the integration channel, you will be able to see Google Sheets. All you need to do is just connect your Google Sheets. Click on manage. Now, whatever the Google Sheets URL is there, so is copy the URL and then click on add, paste the URL and name it as anything you like. I've already connected mine, so you can connect your own as well. Once that is done, now make the default message in the settings always the replacement of AutoGPT. So what you need to do, head over to settings, now default reply as the default message flow that we just discussed about. Now also make one more thing, make sure integrations, go to OpenAI, and this will be turned on, right? So you want it to be turned off. So what you need to do is just go there and turn it off. Now let's learn about the recommendation feature and the property selling property fee function as well. This is the property recommendation flow. And first, before actually making this, we'll need on function, right? So the function that we just saw on how it actually looks like, we need to do is head over to settings and integrations and OpenAI. And here you can set a specific function. Function basically does is, let's say if a person is looking for a property to buy, right? And what your task is to actually send them to a specific flow. It will trigger a new flow that is related to buying a property. I've set this both of this function. So let's see how this function looks. The name of the property is property finder, this function, and allows user to find the right property for themselves. And the flow that we are doing recommending is property recommendation, right? So this is the flow that we are sending, the flow that we're going to discuss right now, and this is the sell property, and it's going to be the same one that we just saw. Like buying property is like for selling property, allow user to sell their property, sell property, and that is simply how easy to make it, right? This is the list of all the properties that I can created in the USA. Now I have all of the information about their location, price, bedrooms, about, link, and I've actually added their availability as well. So it's going to be available all the time. And I've also added image link. Now, link and image link are not really accurate at the moment. The reason why is that because I didn't have a lot of time to actually create a whole correct knowledge base with the help of that. But I've just created to fake some information or pictures from Google to actually create this whole database. However, this information matters a lot because we're going to filter the whole properties with the help of this specific information that we see. So the information that you see is the name, location, price, bedrooms, about. What's going to happen in the whole flow is we're going to ask for their location, the price range that they are actually interested in, and the amount of they are looking for in the house. Right now, you can add as many filter as you like. For example, if you like to add the number of rooms that they are looking for, the number bathrooms that they are looking for, whatever your own choice, you can actually set it to your own choice. But we're gonna keep it very simple. We have only three filters. There's according to the location, price, and it's gonna be the bedroom. So what we're gonna do is ask for their location first, and then after that, we're gonna ask for their price that they are interested in, and how many bedrooms they're actually interested in. Now, we are asking for their location and their price range interested default message because we it is much more accurate to build it that way. I don't trust the functions a lot. So someone who is interested, so in the whole prompt, the business prompt that we see, if the user is looking for a property or a property to buy, your task is to ask them these questions, and once they answer the question, then your task is to send them to the specific function. Now what I'm going to ask is the location for the property and the price range for the property, right? So I'm going to click on continue. Make sure to publish it, always publish it, because if we won't publish it, it won't work accurately. Okay, now good part about this whole system, it takes 10 minutes. You don't need to learn a single piece of code. Isn't that fucking interesting, right? So now let's learn on how this propagation flows is. And instead of you going to VoiceFlow and watching tutorials on YouTube on how to make this property recommendation feature or like a product recommendation, this is very simple platform that allows us, like a very best platform so far, that allows us to build dynamic AI chatbots, that is dynamic property recommendation features, without you having a single piece of code. So now let's learn about property recommendation flow. Now since we collected two of the information previous part, there's going to be the location and as well as the price. What we're going to do, we're going to tell ChatGPT from the whole chat history, your give out the name, property, location name, and the price of the property that their user is looking for. So I have two OpenAI nodes over here that's going to ask for. Now this OpenAI node, what it does is basically, let's say a person says $5 million, we need to send them into just numbers, because if you see in Google Sheets, if you pull the information from Google Sheets with the help of $5 million, it's not going to pull the information from $5 million. Instead, it will have numbers, right? So what this OpenAI node does is basically set the custom field. Let's say the user says I'm looking for $5 million. It's just gonna send the whole information in basic numbers. So it makes it simple for us to pull information from ChatGPT. And I also said it that you must not use any commas, any response, or any special character in your response at all. Now, in the end, the user message is, this is the chat history of the user, and I pasted this variable. Now, this variable has the whole chat history, and in the end, I'm saving it into a custom field that is named as result2. So you know what? I'm gonna add the whole custom fields over here. I'm going to show you which custom fields have contains which what, right? So I have a second OpenAI node. Now this OpenAI node, what it basically does is from the whole chat history, it identifies what location exactly the user is looking for the property, right? So this is the chat history. And what I basically do, your task is smartly identify what is the location of the the city is, and your task is to only send back that information, right? So once that is done, we save it in a custom field that is we as result one contains location of the property that the user is looking for, basically the city, and result 2 is the price, and result 0 is the bedrooms, the amount of bedrooms you're looking for. Now once I ask for the amount of how many bedrooms are you looking for, get user data field, and here I save that into a custom field that's going to be result 0. Now here the amazing part comes in, that is going to be the Google Sheet. So I'm going to show you how you can build it by your own self. So what we do over here is click on send message, get a new node, right? Click on add content, click on actions, and here you'll see Google Sheets. Now here we're gonna create a dynamic gallery. Click on actions, and here you'll see generate dynamic gallery. Click on real estate chatbot, that's the one that I have created. You can use your own database as you like. And here I'm gonna use sheet one. And so this is the whole system that will follow up, right? So here, what we're gonna do is add filter, right? So three filters that we are using. First is gonna be the location, right? Second is gonna be the price, and third is going to be the number of bedrooms, right? And here we'll just paste the properties, and here we'll basically just put the variables that we are actually grabbing the whole information in. So once you understood how to set this up, so let's see how I actually set that whole system up. Now I'm gonna delete this one, and if you actually go to send message, Google Sheets, now here you'll be able to see the whole setup, how the system looks. Very simple to understand. Now this is going to be the result one, that is location. Now make sure to switch to contains, right? So just to make sure we're on the right spot, make sure to click the location on location contains is result one, that is our variable that we are storing in, and bedrooms is result 0, and at the end price is less than result 2. Now why less than? Because we don't want the price to actually exceed $5 million. Let's say a person says I want a property under $5 million, it will pull all the information that of the property that are actually under $5 million, right? Once that is done, now here you set up all the variables. Now how did I get this variable? So these are very pretty simple to understand. First, the image link, all you need to do is click on this port number, and you need to identify where is the image link. So it is basically on H, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tap H, I'm gonna set this, and here the same thing applies. And the view property is going to be a button, right? So this view property is actually the button that you can add. Now I'm going to delete the previous one, or this is the correct one. And here you need to do is open a website. So there'll be an option to create an open website. Click on open website, and here just add your link that will basically appear automatically. So here I will basically add the link to the property. I click on save, and done. Once that is set up, now we're going to set up a different flow that is going to be sell property. Now sell property is going to be very simple. Okay, I'm just going to set a specific image as well as a specific button that basically a person can click and go to the website and fill in their property information. I think that is more viable for any to actually do that, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to head over to sell, right? And looking for a sell your property. Now here is the image. It will load in some few seconds. The kind of the delays there. But looking to sell your property, and I have a button over here that will basically redirect the user to a specific URL. So I'm gonna click on save. I'm gonna click on publish. Now this is basically a GIF. Now you can use this GIF as you like. You can set it to anything as your own choice, but it's not being visible at the moment, so it's fine. I think everything is set up. Now let's test the whole system. So okay. So I'm gonna ask some few questions, and then I'm gonna say that I'm interested in buying a property. Where is your company based? And it should give me the information. It's based in information. Okay, thanks. Now I'm gonna zoom it a little bit so it's much more visible for you guys. Now it's asking me, you're welcome. If you have any question, your assistant, just let me know. I'm here to help. Now I'm gonna ask, I'm looking for a property to buy. So I'm looking for a property property to buy, and it's going to ask me some few questions. That is, where's the location that you're actually interested in, and also the price range of the property. So the location I'm interested in is Los Angeles, and let's go for Beverly Hills because I have a fake information in the Google Sheets. Now I'm going to click on Beverly Hills. I'm going to refer from Google Sheets of what type of property that I actually look for. So if I see, so Beverly Hills, 5 bedroom, I'm going to look for 5 bedroom apartments, and it should be less than $5 million. So I think I should be able to see all of this property that we have over here. Okay, so now what we're going to do is head over to the same one. My property is $5 million, right? So $5 million, and now here it will ask for me the amount of bedroom you're looking for. So let's say 5 bedrooms, and it should give me the list of all the properties that we actually have in the Google Sheet. Now, how to make sure that is now Florida, Sarasota. Now, why it's saying Florida? The reason why it's saying Florida is because I have set the name to Florida, of course, right? But if you see, actually look at the price, the location, and the bedrooms, it's actually correct, right? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you. So the price is $68,000. It's located in Beverly Hills, CA 90210. If I click on the link, I should exactly go to zillow.com, and here now it's not the same one, but I'm going to show you that it is exactly the same link that we're going to be headed over to. So if I click on this, it should take me to the specific website. So this is exactly the same property that we look for. Now the best part about this is that you don't need a massive flow that you need in VoiceFlow and other platform, but in ChatbotBuilder.ai, it just done in 10 minutes, and it's just how crazy this whole software is. So also, if you would like to learn about the software very in detail, you can book a call with me in the description below. I'll be teaching you one-on-one on how to use this whole system very advancedly for your own clients. Now the next task is to actually connecting your ChatbotBuilder.ai to actually your Instagram page, so that this whole chatbot can be actually duplicated to your Instagram, right? So what we're gonna do is head over to this your Facebook page. Now, why am I heading over to Facebook page? The reason why I'm doing that is because you need to connect your Facebook page to Instagram first, and then you're gonna need to connect your ChatbotBuilder.ai to Instagram afterwards, right? So head over to this whole system, go to settings. Now here you need to head over to linked accounts. And in the linked accounts, you need to connect your Facebook, that is Instagram page. That is this one. I just made a fake Facebook Instagram page and connect your account, and your Instagram account will be connected really quick. Awesome. Our Instagram page is connected to Facebook. Now you need to connect your Instagram page to ChatbotBuilder.ai, and it should head over to settings, go to and in the channel section, click on connect, and your that is your Instagram, your Facebook page. Connect your Facebook page first, and then you'll be able to see your Instagram page, and all you need to do is click on connect, and this is how simple to build a fully functional real estate AI chat. Sell for $500, $2,000 of your own choice depending on the case. And if you have any questions, you can go comment in the description below. The whole template linked in the description below as well. And this is it for the video. See you in the next one.